I am going to disappoint everybody in my life but myself. That's it. You know, I think that if you're a people pleaser like me, you have been down the road of trying to please everybody,
sacrificing everything you can
to make sure that that person is comfy, is okay. But now I want you to realize that you are free. That it's not your responsibility. Okay, hun. So I'm still getting over this fear, and I didn't realize that it was really messing me up, and there's a lot of self-sabotage going on because of it. And I was literally making myself miserable. And I was literally so frustrated at everybody, everything, and everyone. But most importantly, I was frustrated because I was disappointed in myself. Because I was so afraid of the feeling people would give me if I disappointed them. The look of, wow, I really thought you were better than this.
Or is that it?
Or I expected more from you. Or are you serious right now? Or whatever it is that had me feeling like I gotta disappoint myself. Because guess what happened? Every time I would say yes to something in my gut, I felt like screaming no. But I thought I gotta do it because I'm the bigger person and I gotta suck up these feelings. You know, that's foolishness. That is foolishness, my friend. The second I realized that feeling of frustration and anger that I felt, that was causing me to have this gut-wrenching pit in my stomach turn and twist in knots, that was causing my shoulders to seize up because I felt like I couldn't trust myself. Because every time I said to myself, I'm not going to do this, and then that person asks if I can do it, and then I do it, I disappoint myself in order to keep them satisfied. For what? Is this their life? Well, yeah, they live in their own life, but this is my life. You know what I'm saying? If I say no, they're gonna go and they're gonna figure it out. That's not my job. So, yes, disappointing everybody but yourself is a thing that I am learning. And I was really frustrated at myself, and I didn't know why. And I realized it was because even though, you know, at the end of the day I would finish what X, Y, and Z, I would be angry. Why? Because I had disappointed myself. I hadn't respected the boundaries that I put in place to nurture my own being. And I violated my own boundaries in order to satisfy somebody else's. I compromised my own being so somebody else wouldn't have to compromise. So, I'm still learning, but I have identified that feeling of frustration. When I say yes to a job I don't want to do. When I say yes to a meeting that I don't want to attend. When I say I can do that, when I know in my heart I don't really want to do that. Yes, I can do it. Doesn't mean I want to. Doesn't mean I should. Doesn't mean it's good. I realized that, and I realized this yesterday, I was working on something that means a lot to me. And it was a struggle. It was a struggle to be real with myself and say, hey, this means a lot, and I need to take time to do it. It was a struggle to say, hey, I can't. I can't do what I said that I was going to do for you. I apologize, but I cannot. And the craziest thing happened. I sat down and I started working. And immediately somebody was like, you're not going to do what you said you want to do for that person. Huh? Coming up, bringing up, trying to distract me from what I know I have to do to nurture my soul. I tell you, it was funny because in this hour of deciding to do what I know is true in my heart and good to do in that moment, and that will be the best, not only for me. No, that's not how it works. But for everybody. It's just the thing is, when you plant a seed, you don't see the fruits. So it's easy to think that going off and picking somebody else's fruit is worth it, when in reality, you gotta do the work. And so when I sat there and I decided, okay, I'm gonna have to disappoint. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna respectfully let them know this is what's going on. I apologize. I'll do my best to stay true to my word and get, do what I gotta do. Thank you for understanding. So one person, they said they understood and it was good. But another person was like, really? You're not doing what you said you were going to do? Like, it's not even your business. Why are you up in here saying this, fam? Like, what kind of spirit is possessing you right now that you're disappointed in something that that isn't even for you to care about? It's none of your business. Anyways, moving on. I start working on this, right? Of course, it's not like easy, but I know this is the work I have to do right now. I need to sit down and focus, and thank God gave me the energy and the focus to work on it. So I knew I wasn't gonna take this moment. I was gonna seize the moment and do what I could. And also, I was working on it, distractions came up left, right, and center. Distractions kept on coming, and I was confused because for the whole time when I was distracting myself, nobody came up, said nothing. The second I start working on what I know I have to do, because it is true to my heart and my soul, people start coming up. Hey, can you do this? Can you do XYZ? Hey, can I have you for a second? Calls, random stuff. Bro, I was really, shocked. I was, couldn't even comprehend the fact that all of a sudden, all of these people needed me when I decided to work on myself and take a moment to do what I gotta do. And so I had to say no to all these people and say, I have a priority. I am focusing on it. Please leave me alone. Thank you very much. And go back to what I was doing and continue to focus. And again, it wasn't like the work was easy, but I know that God gave me the strength and the focus and the energy and the understanding to do it. And I had to take it. I had to take it in that moment, because a second later, it might have been lost. And this was a moment I had been waiting for, because I had been doing what I thought would make other people happy for a while. And I was feeling, I gotta be honest, fam, I was feeling increasingly frustrated. I was feeling angrier at myself for what I was doing. I felt like nothing was working out how I wanted it to. And I was just like, all right, I gotta be patient. But day after day after day after week after month, I was wondering, why am I feeling so frustrated? What is going on? And then I realized I was focusing so much on doing what other people thought I should do that would satisfy them in some way. And I was totally disregarding my own truth, my own inner child that was screaming for me to sit down and do this thing. But every time I was too scared, or I didn't know where to start, and I didn't want to disappoint myself. And so it seemed safer to, because I didn't know how to satisfy this part, I don't know, it seems safer and a better bet to just not disappoint other people while I try to figure out how not to, disappoint myself, and I lost myself in the process. I don't even know if that makes sense, my friend. I don't even know if what I said makes sense at all. But I just knew I felt mad. I was doing what I felt like I should be okay doing because other people were happy that I was doing it. It felt like, it should be good, but my body, my mind, my soul were at war. And I was not happy, and I was so frustrated. And every day I would feel more and more disappointed in my own being because I didn't realize, and I was looking to everywhere else but myself. I didn't know how to listen to myself. And I'm learning how to listen to myself in this chapter. Learning that there is this silence within my heart, within my being, that will always lead me to the right direction, that is connected to God up above, and sees the potential that the Creator put in me, because the Creator is grand. God is the greatest of dimensions, and within me lies the greatest possibility, the greatest potential of my being and the dimension and the reality that I can be in. So yeah, I'm still learning. And the biggest lesson I've learned in this chapter is disappoint others so you don't disappoint yourself. It doesn't mean that you always have to disappoint everybody you meet, but it means you have to prioritize your own being and your own sense of priorities and values over anybody else, because God gave those to you for a reason, and it's yours to honor.